My name is Tim Smith. I'm the graduate assistant at Purdue University. I work with men's and women's tennis. I assist on baseball, and I work with the track and field throwers. I'm also the sports performance specialist with the Katua Cavaliers and the Cape Cod Baseball League. Me and Joseph have known each other for a little over a year, and that's just talking about training programs in a general sense, and also he's programmed for me so I can go through the process myself. And this was to get some increase or get some development in throwing velocity as a baseball trainee. And, you know, Yosef's been nothing but spectacular. I can call him my mentor at this moment. He's helped me a lot through this process and running myself through it. And we got an exceptional result in 10 months, which was about a 6-inch increase in the vertical, about 8 inches added on my broad jump, about 0.6 of a second off at my 60 yard meter sprint, and in about 12 months we had about a 10 mile per hour increase in throwing velocity, which is well above where my baseline scores were ever. So we got an exceptional results, and then I've implemented the 1x20, 1x14 with my tennis athletes, and we got outstanding results in our fall semester with an average increase of 3 to 4 inches in the vertical, about an average of 3 ticks off the 10-yard meter sprint. We had an average increase in lean body mass of about 5 pounds, about an average decrease in fat mass of about 2 pounds, with an average decrease in body fat percentage of around 3% on average, about 20% increase in upper body strength. Same thing with lower body, and all the explosive measures of athleticism that were well across the board. And I had a guy, one tennis athlete, whose serve was well above 100 miles an hour, which is about an average increase of about 8 miles an hour on his tennis serve. So we got a lot of good results, and again, we were just doing, the most basic of the basic training with just a 1x20, 1x14, and again, I can't thank Joseph enough for how he's helped me in my own search and in my own training, and also with helping me implement some of these principles with the athletes that I currently work with. And this summer we introduced MyoSync with one athlete, or a few athletes this summer in the Cape Cod Baseball League. And we had guys peaking just in 8 weeks, taking 0.2 of a second off their 60-yard times. This is off their best times ever. And we had about a 3 mile per hour increase with one player in his pitching velocity, his average velocity, and his peak. He was peaked about 3 miles higher than he was, and then his average velocity was up about 3 miles an hour as well. And that was just, with 2 to 3 weeks of loading the MyoSync supplement. So we got a lot of good results, and I'm very appreciative of how Joseph is so willing to help and so willing to help me out on a day-to-day basis as far as reaching out and answering any questions that I have. So year 2 coming up, and I can't wait for the results.